Yes, my peoples, what's happening? What's going on? Hope everyone's all good and well. Ashctizzy here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that stuff that YouTube allows you to do. Support the boy. We're on the way up. Come on. But boom, let's get straight into it, man. Arsenal fans, man, it's been a long season. It's been a long season, man. 38 games have been played. We've had some highs, we've had some lows. It's been a real roller coaster, really. But before I even start, what I do want to say is I'm proud of the team. Like, I'm proud of Arteta. I'm proud of the players. I'm proud of the players that have even come in, like the fringe players. Even like your Troshards who weren't really supposed to start, but when they've come in, they've really done the job. So, yeah, man. How do I feel about the season, though, man? If I have to be honest and I have to fly straight, yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. The reason why I'm disappointed is because I really do feel like this year, more than ever, we had everything to win the Premier League. I know that what other Arsenal fans are going to say and other fans are going to say, like, Man City are great and Man City are this and we're not levels, but I can't lie. Man City didn't beat us once this season. We beat them. We got 3 points off them in one game. We got a point off them in the other. So that's 4 points that we've taken off Man City. And if that's the team that we're competing with, personally, we deserve to win the Premier League. But obviously, the Premier League is not won by that. So yeah, it's disappointing. It's really, really, really disappointing. But at the same time, like I said, it's bittersweet because at the same time, like, I'm proud of the boys. Like, it's not easy to go head to head or toe to toe with Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Phil Foden. I see John Stones on the bench. Like, it's mad. Like, John Stones on the bench. I see Rodri. Every single time Rodri plays, they don't lose a game. I know the game that we beat them in, Rodri was suspended. I know the City fans have been saying that, but obviously, I don't want to say Man City are a one-player team, but obviously with Rodri in that team, they don't lose. So it's a real. I can't, like, I'm sour. Like, I don't know. Like, you can probably see it in my face a little bit. Like, I'm sour, man, because at the end of the day, I feel like over the 38 games, I feel like we was the best team. I feel like if you look at our records, how many goals we scored. Bearing in mind, Jesus got about 6 Premier League goals. Obviously, we'll get onto that later on, but our wingers are contributing, our centre backs are contributing. Declan Rice has scored more goals than he's ever scored in his whole career. So it's bittersweet because the reason why it's bittersweet, obviously, is because we finished second. But the other reason is, can I 100% confidently say next season Arsenal are going to be in that same position again? Then that's the scary bit, because I do feel like Chelsea, obviously they've sacked their manager, Pochettino. Thank you for the memories, Poch. I can't lie, that 5-0. Thank you. Sorry to see you go. Chelsea fans, sorry for your loss. But I do honestly, hand on my heart, believe that Chelsea, they're going to come back, man. Like Chelsea always do, man. They find a way. What's his name? I call him Mudrich, because he's mud and obviously the big price tag. But Mudrich is going to be a good player. I think that Jackson guy gets a lot of stick, which is only right, but he's going to be a good player. Sterling is probably past it now. I always say Sterling, come back to London just to be closer to the ends, man. We know Sterling's a Northwest. He's a Northwest youth, man. I was going to say he's a Northwest brother, but you know what I'm saying? You're playing for Chelsea, so I can't even call you a brother right now, but Sterling's a Northwest youth, man. So he come back here for just to get paid and to be back in the ends, man. We already know that. But what's his name? Noni, Madaki, whatever you want to call him. He looks like a good player as well. Chelsea fans give it the big one about Enzo. Obviously, from what I've seen of Enzo, he looks absolutely trash. But Chelsea fans say, nah, he's really been playing with an injury. He's going to be good. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. We will see. I do feel like even that Gusto guy for Chelsea, I think he's better than James now, man. I'm going to put it out there. I think Gusto's already better than James. I think James is finished, man. I think that, I don't want to say he was a purple patch player, but James hasn't played 5 games in a row for like 2-3 years, man. Some Chelsea fans still believe he's the best right back in the world. Like, that's absolutely abysmal. Like, that's abysmal behavior from the Chelsea fans. Like, it's the Chelsea bias speaking. It's not. You're not speaking from your football head. You're speaking from your Chelsea heart, and I get it. But yeah, Reece James is finished. But yeah, back onto Arsenal, man. Like, yeah, I can't lie, Gunners, man. I'm disappointed, man. I know a lot of people have said like they're very optimistic for the new season and they feel like Arteta's gonna use this to kind of start fire for next season. Like this is gonna be the burning point of, yo, boys, this is where we messed it up. This is where we went wrong. This is what we can do. Because you know Arteta, we see on the DVD, Arteta's he's a philosopher, man. He's a poet. He loves that soft music and that, you know what I mean? That nice speech that can be remembered. So yeah, man. But I'm disappointed though. I'm very, very disappointed, man. What's my result of the season? I'm trying to even think of what my result of the season is. Because we've had a good few results. I can't lie. Like, although we finished second, like we've had a good few results. We've had some bad results. But you know what my result of the season is going to be? And I can't lie. Yeah, and there's many reasons for this. But my result of the season is that 5-0 tanning we gave Chelsea. That 5-0 tanning that we gave Chelsea. Yeah. Come on, man. It's a joke. Havertz. Chelsea fans were trying to cook him. He's finished. You signed Kai Havertz. You always signed our rub players. I can't lie. Kai Havertz stood up, man. Especially against Chelsea in that 5-0 tanning. Like, he got 2 goals. And it's not even that he just got 2 goals. Like, he got 2 crisp goals. Like, one of them bottom bins, like bottom corner. Finish. The next one, someone was trying to guard him. I said, oh, come off me. You know what I mean? Kai Havertz is a baller, man. Kai Havertz is a baller, man. And I even said it to my brother the other day. It's like, see with the Chelsea fans, it's like, I don't know if you lot have seen Top Boy. I'm hoping some of you lot have seen Top Boy. You know that scene where my man's like, you're still going on about that? Still going on about, bro, you're still going on about that, Chelsea fans. Come on, man. Chelsea fans love to talk about Baku and back then and what they've done in the history books. But the realness is you lot haven't beat us in the league for 4 years. Since 2021, Chelsea have not beat us in the league. You have not beat us in the league. It's nearly 2025. It's nearly 2025. So, yeah, man. Don't get it twisted. Obviously, I cook Chelsea like this now because obviously I know they're going to make a comeback. But I do believe that when Chelsea become good again, by that time, we would have won the Premier League. Yeah, man. You have to be optimistic, man. You have to be optimistic because Arsenal can almost play with your heartstrings. Like they can have you up here for 1 minute and then boom, straight back down again. So you have to be, at the same time, you got to celebrate the wins, man. You have to be humble in the defeats, man. So that's why all the people I cooked and I said that we're going to win the Premier League, I apologize. And I'm not hiding. Anyone wants to have a chat, we can have a talk, we can have a conversation. I'll come on your channel, you come on my channel. Don't make a difference. We can do it. Not even a downer. Let me go on what's my worst result of the season? There's a few games where I thought that we didn't play that great. But I think the result of the season that stung me the worst, no way in that. Shout out Young Spray, but yeah, no way with that one. The result that stung me the worst was the Aston Villa game. And I'll tell you why the Aston Villa game. No, it wasn't. I'm going to change it. It wasn't the Aston Villa game. I think the Aston Villa game was obviously bad because obviously it's Emery. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Good Evening and that. Like, you never want to see the guy that you sat come back and just tan you. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Even though we finished above Villa, Emery still at the end of the season looking at us, man, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? He's got Arteta's number. We've got to be honest, Arsenal fans. He's got Arteta's number. But the result that I think stung me the most was the Fulham result. The reason why the Fulham result stung me the most, yeah, and I'm talking about the Fulham result after the loss to West Ham, is because, first of all, we shouldn't be losing to Fulham. Like, under no circumstances, innit? We should be able to play these Nelsons, Eddie Nketiahs, Cedrics, Ramsdales, all these kind of guys against Fulham and still get 3 points in it. But obviously, the fact that we lost to West Ham and then West Ham fans were just chucking it like, Declan Rice this, Declan Rice that. And then they spun us, yeah. I was getting cooked on Twitter. Cooked. I just had to mute every single West Ham fan because you lot was just doing my head in. Had to mute you all. Then we get spun by Fulham, and it's like, you know what? It's not even like we got spun by a decent team. No pun to Fulham, but we got spun by Fulham. You know what I mean? So that was the downer of the season in terms of results, man, because I feel like obviously on any other day, obviously not because we never beat Fulham once this season, but any other season, we beat Fulham once, minimum. And if we do that, we win the Premier League. So obviously, you hear Rodri come out with the comments and say Arsenal didn't come to Man City to win. The big man, you didn't come to the Emirates to win, bro. And even if you did, you lot got spun, sent back. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? So even though, sorry, I trailer thought. The downer, yeah, the Fulham game. So yeah, with the Fulham game, sorry, people them. I lost my trailer thought, but I'm back. Yeah, with the Fulham game, that was the one that hurt me because I feel like on any other season, we beat Fulham. Like, we're not going to Man City to say we're definitely gonna get 3 points there, 3 points at home, innit? That's not like a defining factor of the season, innit? But games like Fulham where we should turn them over, is where I look at. That's where we could have won to win the Premier League. Obviously, the Aston Villa game in that big run was a big factor, but Villa are a good team, innit? Not many teams go to Villa Park and get 3 points in it. So, do you know what I mean? And not many teams even get 3 points against Villa in general. Like Unai Emery, even though I don't rate him, I don't rate him for what he done at Arsenal. Even though, don't get twisted, shout him out because he brought in man like Saka in them, man. But I don't necessarily rate him. He's a good manager. He's a tactician. Steven Gerrard had the same players, man. Their man was about to get relegated. With Birmingham and them, man. You get it? The real Midlands derby. Man would have been doing that in the Championship. You know what I'm saying? Unai Emery come in and saved you man's Clark. And this is what Aston Villa fans have to remember as well, yeah? Like, you're good, innit? You're good, but you're not there yet. So when you try to come in with a banter with the big boys, it's like, remember, little brothers, you're not on our level yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not even gonna be. You're on your way there. That doesn't mean you're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Be humble, man, because I've seen this happen to a few teams over the years. Like, they start off strong. 3 years later, that's it. They go. Do you know what I mean? So, and obviously, Unai Emery is a very good manager. Obviously, Villa, they got good back in there. But don't get it twisted. If he keeps on performing like this with Aston Villa, see ya. Do you know what I mean? Like, that Barcelona job's looking, you know what I mean? You see Xavi got sacked, so trust me, Unai Emery will get a good managerial career, man. He's had a good managerial career already, but yeah, I think from Villa, I think the honour is up for him, especially if he keeps on performing like this. But Aston Villa, man, know yourself, man. There's levels to this. Know yourself, man. The downer of the season for me, man. And it's mad that this is the downer of the season because this happened early in the season, and the season's long. The season's 9 months. The season's a pregnancy. You know what I mean? The season's a 9-month season, so this happened almost straight away. The downer of the season for me was Timber getting injured. I think every single Arsenal fan can relate when I say this, yeah? When Timber came over to us, obviously we was excited, new signing and that, but we knew he was all right. We didn't know how good he was. We saw him in pre-season, and straight away, every single Arsenal fan was like, yo, who is this brother playing right back? He's playing left back. He's running forward. He's going, them tackles there, 50-50s ain't 50-50s with Timber. 50-50s ain't 50-50s with Timber. It's 80-20. It's 80 to Timber, 20 to you. He's brute with it. He don't play no games. He ain't playing no games. That's what I'm trying to say. So I feel like, like when we saw Timber in pre-season, I feel like every single Arsenal fan was excited. Like, we was all like, yo, this guy, he's gonna make our obviously Rice, we was all gassed off Rice, but we know what Rice can do. It was just, can Rice do this at Arsenal, which he did. But with this Timber guy, it was almost like, yo, we knew he was going to be good, but we didn't know he was going to be this good. So it was almost exciting. Yo, that left side, we've got sorted. Yeah, because we got your Gabriel, we got your Saliba, we got your Benny Blanco. Who's on the left? Is it Zinni? We got rid of Kieran Tierney. Obviously, we got Kiwior, but Timber, that's the missing piece of the puzzle. Boom. Game 1, out. Straight away, ACL, finished. See, what's he saying? He played game week 1 and he played game week 38. He missed the whole in between. Madness. Absolute madness. So the good thing is for us Gunners, is that Timber, obviously we've seen him, he's back in training now, he's playing with the first team, he saw that banger that he scored in the under-21s. He's gonna be like a new signing, sorry. Timber is gonna be like a brand new signing. It's basically, obviously, it's a free signing. Obviously, we paid already, but him coming back now is like a free signing, and we know we can play anywhere across that back line. I think personally, he's gonna fit him on the left. He's gonna be just a permanent left back. I hear all this talk about are we gonna sign a left-sided centre back? Will Gabriel be there and that? Obviously, I'm gonna do another video based on just transfers, but nah. For me, nah. That back four is sorted. Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Benny Blanco, that is our back four, innit? And they're all young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who's the oldest? It's probably Benny Blanco, and he's like 25. So realistically, that's your back line for the next 5-6 years. That's how you build a foundation. That's a unit. You know what I'm saying? That's a unit. They're already unified already. There's just that one missing piece, and that one missing piece is Timber. Trust me, I'm not gonna lie, man. That missing piece is Timber. But yeah, obviously the other downer of the season for me is of course gonna be the fact that we finished second, man, and we had no silverware. Like, we had no silverware. I was so close to making this video. Did Arsenal bottle it? But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do my boys like that, because we didn't bottle it. Like, obviously last season was bottling it. Like, as in, like, we're top of the league. Man City are chasing us. It's in our hands. We threw the league away. That's bottling it. See, this season, it was never in our hands. Never in our hands. And you see these Liverpool fans that want to try and run banter. You lot was like 7 points clear with 10 games to go with the easiest run. You lot bottled it. That's what you call bottling it, because there was still 5 games left and everyone was like, Liverpool are out of the Premier League. 4 games come, mathematically, you're done. You're finished. So that's what you call bottling it. That's the real bottling it. And like I said, Liverpool fans want to run banter, this and that. But Jurgen Klopp come out and try to do that whole leaving party. But come on, man, that was dead. That was air, man. How did it go, man? Who turned up, man? Was you drinking champagne? Was you eating lobster? Like, how did that party go, Liverpool fans, man? Let me know, man. Cause when Jurgen Klopp come out and made that big statement, like, and you lot was making DVDs and crying and t-shirts and Klopp this and Klopp that, but you lot got tanned out of every cup after that. Atlanta went and tanned you 3-0. 3-0. Don't get it twisted. Atlanta are a very good team in it, but Liverpool, Atlanta shouldn't be able to chat to you, man. You man shouldn't even be in the same party. You man shouldn't even be in the same restaurants. You know what I mean? You man are uptown, they're midtown. Do you know what I mean? So credit where credit's due, though. Obviously, Atlanta are a very good team. Couple of my friends that watch Italian football have told me that, yeah, they're the real deal. Obviously, not the real deal as in the best team in Italy, but yeah, they're a very good team. So yeah, man, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to run jokes on it, because they slapped up Leverkusen, and Leverkusen was looking serious. They were trying to go for that unbeaten run. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, the Gunners are the only unbeaten run that we care about, but Leverkusen was trying to really do the whole all competitions, no losses. Everyone would have had to respect that. Xabi Alonso's first ever season as a Bundesliga manager. Scary. Scary. But yeah, man, if I have to rate our season out of 10, it's a sticky one, because obviously we've won no trophies. We've won no trophies at the end of the day, man. We had a good season, but we got no silverware. Like, when you look back at it, obviously it looks great. Like, we chased Pep's team down to the wire, and our most wins in history, and this and that, and least goals conceded and all of that. But when you look back at it, it's like, what did you win though? You know what I'm saying? Like, so for that whole year, 23 to 24, it's gonna be like, when you look back at it in history, it's like all of that's not. It's gonna be irrelevant, because no one remembers second. No one remembers second. But what I do hope is that Arteta uses this as fuel. He uses this as energy, just to get into the players' head for next season. I can't lie, man. Because that's what we need. That's what we need, man. We need the same hunger We need the boys to stick together. Obviously, we need a few additional signings just to take us to that next level. Like I said, I will do a separate video just about transfers of who I think should leave, who I think should come in. Do I think we should stick with Arteta? All of that kind of stuff will come in another video. But yeah, I'm gonna give this season's performance an 8. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it an 8, man. I'm gonna give it an 8. And some will say that's being harsh because some will say that's a 9 out of 10 season. But I feel like unless you got silverware, man, you can't even be in that 9. Like I got high standards in it. So unless you got silverware, you can't even be in that 9 out of 10 category, man. Like you gotta be on that 8 side. So yeah, boys, man. I don't want to say you let me down. You definitely didn't, man. I'm definitely proud of you. But we need to now go to that next game, man. We need to now go to that next level. We have to, man. Like we can't make excuses of obviously Man City got 115 charges. Like we know, I know, I say it every day, I scream it, but we can't make no excuses now. Especially if we want to be taken serious. Like obviously we don't care about the noise and everyone thinks Arsenal's a banter club or XYZ and that, but even when we do win something, they'll make excuses of why we won it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we know that already. As Arsenal fans, we know we're hated regardless in it. But just for ourselves, yeah, we need to win something, man. And unfortunately, an FA Cup, obviously, a FA Cup is good in it, but FA Cup is not. That's not what I'm here for, man. Like FA Cup is great. Like, come on, man. We're the most decorated team in that competition. Like that means a lot to us, innit? But bun that Premier League or champs, like I'm going big. It's that rule. Like obviously the Champions League, we see this season we're well off it. Like when it comes to knockouts and that, like we got obviously we got to the latter stages and that, but really and truly, every knockout game, obviously it was only Porto and Bayern, but they could have both slapped us up. One of them ones, like if we're being rude to ourselves, they could have both beat us. Obviously Bayern did, but Porto obviously penalties, but we could have went out. Do you know what I mean? So we're not ready for that, but our time will come. Our time will come. But yeah, love for everybody locking in. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that stuff that YouTube lets you do. Obviously, I'm on a TikTok as well. The TikTok and the Twitter, you know, the handles are all Ashctizzy. But yeah, man, look out for the next video. Love for locking in.